There are many reasons you might need to cook a lot of food all at once. Maybe you're meal planning. Maybe you're feeding a crowd. Maybe your friends are about to have a baby, and so to prevent them from being inundated by a wave of lasagnas, you've pulled together the resources of everyone who wants to help into one streamlined project to bulk cook a month's worth of cooking for them in a single instance. Regardless of which of these common scenarios you find yourselves in, it's always useful to know what sort of recipes, what sort of dishes work well when it comes to bulk cooking. In this video, I want to show you 3 really solid recipes that you can use the next time you need to cook in bulk. Full recipes are listed in the description. A quick disclaimer before we dive into this. I did film this in the commercial kitchen that I cater out of for my actual work, which I know is not something that everyone has access to, but I do think that the recipes and the tips that I'm going to share in this video are applicable to you and can absolutely be used in the home kitchen. So without further ado, recipe number 1. Japanese curry. Thinly slice a bunch of onions and saute in a big pot with some oil. Grab your meat of choice, I've chosen chuck steak, and roughly cut into bite-sized pieces. Meanwhile, get your sister to peel and chop some carrots and potatoes, also into bite-sized pieces, before adding a bunch of crushed ginger and minced garlic into the pot with the onions. Cook that until it smells really good and everything is soft. You're not really trying to brown it, but it's okay if it does. While that cooks, wash and chop some zucchini into half rounds before tossing with oil, then turn off your camera and bake until lightly golden. Dump your meat in with the aromatics and cook until no longer pink. Cover with water and simmer until the meat is tender. Turn off your camera again and put your Japanese curry roux into a bowl with a bunch of the hot liquid from the meat. Whisk until the roux is completely dissolved, then turn your camera back on and add to the pot. Add your roasted zucchini, which you pre-cooked so it wouldn't disintegrate into the sauce, as well as some green peas. Taste, then serve right away, or pour into some shallow trays to cool down before refrigerating or freezing for later use. Recipe number 2. Chili con carne. Get your sister to dice a bunch of onions before adding to a pan and sauteing with some oil. Dice some red capsicums and add to the onions with some crushed garlic. Cook until soft before adding some beef mince. Resist the temptation to overmix the mince. Allow it to partially saute and partially steam, so you don't end up with mince that's either too grainy or too chunky, though chunkier is better because you can break it up as it simmers later. Make sure to let your phone battery die and finish cooking off camera, adding tomato paste, tinned tomato, kidney beans, beef stock, frozen corn, and a bunch of spices. Simmer until thickened and delicious. Season to taste and serve immediately or pour into shallow trays to cool down before freezing for later. Bonus recipe. If the pregnant friend you're cooking for is a freak who prefers sultanas in her cookies over chopped chips, here's how you can bulk prep 100 cookies worth of cookie dough. In a bowl, add flour, salt, baking powder, and cinnamon. Whisk to combine. In a stand mixer, add dairy-free butter for your dairy-free friend, brown sugar, and white sugar. Beat until well combined. Add in your eggs, slowly until well mixed. Add to flour mixture and stir. Oh yeah, come on. Add sultanas and rolled oats before mixing with great difficulty.
7, 8, 9. Good luck. You want me to add less to start, maybe?
Into a cohesive dough. Divide the dough into 3 portions atop sheets of baking paper. Roll and shape like sushi into 3 logs, which can be frozen and, at a later date, sliced into discs and baked as fresh cookies. Recipe number 3. Butter chicken. This recipe is actually dairy-free, but coconut cream chicken sounds weird. Use some of the onions your sister diced and saute with crushed garlic, ginger, and chili. While that softens and starts to smell good, drain and rinse some chickpeas for later use. Add to your pot a whole bunch of spices and tomato paste, stirring until it smells great, and adding water to loosen as needed. Get your sister to cut chicken thighs into bite-sized pieces and add to the pot, followed by the chickpeas. Cover with coconut cream and stir, seasoning with lemon juice and salt. Turn off the camera, simmer until the chicken and chickpeas are tender but not falling apart. Taste for seasoning, then add some frozen green beans. Serve immediately or pour into shallow trays to cool and freeze for later use. Pause for a photo op. Portion all your dishes into containers for the expecting couple. Pause for another photo op. Then cart your meals to the freezer around the corner where they await the arrival of the new baby. And there we go. Joking aside, I do genuinely hope that these recipes can be useful for you, and maybe serve as a reminder that cooking dinner for friends doesn't have to be a complicated thing. Have your friends over, put on a pot of rice, reheat a curry that you bulk cooked on the weekend, and voila, dinner for 6, 8, 10 people, ready to go. It's not fancy, it's not fine dining, but it tastes really good. Now, if you have any questions or thoughts, please leave them in the comments. Let me know what kind of video you'd like to see next time, and I'll see you then.